Supreme Court Judge Justice J.B. Pardiwala on Sunday criticized the use of social media to launch personal attacks on judges, saying that this will evolve into a dangerous situation. Justice Pardiwala was the presiding judge on the vacation bench led by Justice Surya Kant, which refused to entertain a plea by former BJP spokesperson Nupur Sharma to club multiple FIRs against her for her alleged remarks on air about the Prophet. The hearing had seen scathing oral remarks from the bench directed towards Sharma, even suggesting that she was responsible for the violent incidents and protests which rocked across several states. However, the bench's comments had seen a backlash on social media, some directed personally against the judges on the bench. Personal attacks on judges for their judgments lead to a dangerous scenario where the judges have to think about what media thinks instead of what the law really thinks. This harms the rule of law, Justice Pardiwala said during his address at the second Justice H.R. Khanna Memorial National Symposium. The judge said social and digital media was primarily resorted to expressing personalized opinions more against the judges rather than a constructive critical appraisal of their judgments. He said this tendency was harming the judicial institution and lowering its dignity. The judge said, in India, which cannot be defined as a completely mature or defined democracy, social media is employed frequently to politicize purely legal and constitutional issues. Here is what Justice Pardiwala said.
About the role of media. A trial is essentially a process to be carried out by the courts. However, in the modern day context, trials by digital media are an undue interference in the process of justice dispensation, crossing that Lakshman Rekha many a times. This is especially all the more worrisome when those sections of people start scrutinizing the judicial process who possess only the half-truth, those for whom the concepts of judicial discipline, binding precedents, and inherent limitations of judicial discretion are elusive. This section of people, the half-truth knowledgeables, are a real challenge to the dispensation of justice through the rule of law. Social and digital media is nowadays primarily resorted to expressing personalized opinions more against the judges per se, rather than a constructive critical appraisal of their judgments. This is what is harming the judicial institution and lowering its dignity. The constitutional courts have always graciously accepted informed dissents and constructive criticisms, but their thresholds have always debarred the personalized agenda-driven attacks on the judges. This is where the digital and social media needs to be mandatorily regulated in the country to preserve the rule of law under our Constitution. Attacks attempted at judges for their judgments lead to a dangerous scenario wherein judges would have to pay greater attention to what the media thinks rather than what the law actually mandates. This puts the rule of law on the burner, ignoring the sanctity of respect for the courts.